Welcome to the next lesson, Brand Registry. And here's what we'll be going over. What is Brand Registry? Why you want to have it? What benefits come along with it? What you need to apply for it? Some really cool tools that come along with Brand Registry. And then the big question, should you apply for it? And if so, when? Brand Registry is a service that Amazon offers which helps protect your intellectual property, and in this case, your brand name. And it provides you with several tools that help you grow your brand and your business. And while Amazon does attempt to protect the IP of all sellers, being brand registered really gives you a stronger and more automated protection as well, and a faster response from Amazon when a violation is reported. In other words, if someone does attempt to use your brand name, Amazon will come down pretty hard and pretty fast on them once you're brand registered. Now, Amazon also uses automated methods when you're brand registered to help detect brand name violations. So you may never even know that some type of violation was attempted, as they stop them before they even can occur. But if you do find a violation where someone is using your brand name on their listing, Brand Registry provides you with an easy tool that helps you identify and then report them. Being brand registered also increases the value of your brand. So if you're ever looking to sell your business, being brand registered will make that easier and help you get more money for the sale as well. However, one of the most important reasons for Brand Registry that I really like is for the really cool marketing tools that you get access to. So in addition to the brand protections we just talked about, Amazon has also been releasing several marketing tools for those Amazon sellers who are brand registered, such as enhanced brand content, headline search ads, social media promotions, and Amazon stores. And some of these tools, they used to only be available to Amazon vendors. Now, you may have noticed I put an asterisk by social media promotions, and that's because these originally were only for brand registered sellers, but recently Amazon has made a change, and now they let anyone who's a professional seller with positive feedback also use them, but we're still going to cover them in this lesson. Now, there are several requirements before you can apply for and get approved for Brand Registry, and we're going to go over those right now. Keep in mind, however, that everything we list here is a straight copy from Amazon's current Brand Registry website. So before you're ready to apply, you'll want to check it just to make sure that nothing has changed. The first thing you have to have, and the hardest thing to get, is a live registered trademark. You cannot have just applied for it. You actually have to have applied and been approved and have it shown that your trademark has been registered. You also have to have a government registered principal trademark registration or serial number. And since there are several different types of trademarks that you can get, they must be equal to one of the following: typeset words, letters, or numbers, an illustration drawing which includes words, letters, or numbers, a standard character mark, or words, letters, or numbers in a stylized form. Now, I have to be honest, I don't know exactly what all those mean. So when it comes time to getting your trademark, you will most likely want to enlist the services of a company that does this for a living or for a trademark attorney. Now, you also have to have images of the brand's logos. You have to have images of products and packaging that carry the trademark brand name. And if the product is not branded, so for example, you have a product that there's no logo or anything on it, then the packaging must be branded. You have to have a list of product categories in which the brand should be listed. And then finally, a list of countries where the brand's products are manufactured and distributed. And if all that sounds a little bit complex, don't worry, you're not alone. It does to me. When it comes time to apply for Brand Registry, just reach out to Amazon's Brand Registry department for some support, and whoever you use to get your trademark will also be able to help you get some advice on this as well. Now, since trademarks are such a critical component of Brand Registry, let's talk a little bit more about them. Now, like we mentioned before, brands must have a registered trademark in order to be eligible to join Brand Registry. It can't just be applied for, has to be registered. Also, approved trademarks as of right now are only being accepted from the following countries: the United States, Canada, Mexico, India, Japan, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, the United Kingdom, and the entire European Union. Now, if you're from a different country and still want to apply for a Brand Registry, just be sure to check back with Amazon's Brand Registry website when the time comes to see if they've added your country to the list of accepted countries. Also, keep in mind that trademarks usually take anywhere from 6 months to a year in order to get approved. That's what it's like in the United States, and it's usually fairly similar in other countries as well. And if you need help applying for a trademark, we have several trademark application services listed in the private resource vault, or you could find a trademark attorney to help you with the process as well. Now, to get the most recent updates and to start the brand registry process, here's the link to do that. Then, once you've applied for it, if you want to check on the status, here's the brand registry website to go to. That's after you've already applied and once you've been approved in order to get access to the tools that allow you to check and see if anyone is in violation of your brand. Now let's talk about the really cool tools you get access to once you have brand registry. Enhanced brand content, which is sometimes just referred to as EBC, gives you the ability to upgrade your listing with a unique brand story, enhanced images, and text placements. Basically, it just makes your product listing look awesome. And by doing so, when you add those to your listing, it definitely can increase the chances of higher conversion rates, more traffic, and increased sales. And most of the students that we've known who've actually been able to upgrade their listings using EBC have seen higher conversions and better sales. Amazon continues to improve and update their tools, and for EBC, they've recently made 2 new updates. The first is by adding several new content modules that you can now use in the different templates they make available for your product listings. One of those new modules, it's pretty much a drag and drop little box you can add to your listing, includes a feature called a comparison chart. That's one of my favorite ones, where you can actually compare your product to other products, just like you've probably seen on other similar listings. Well, now you can do that if you have brand registry and can use enhanced brand content. And the second update is that you now have the ability to add image keywords to your listing as well, which basically means that for every picture you put on your page, you can add keywords behind it so that that image has more chances to show up in searches. Let's go take a look at a few EBC pages. So I'm over on Amazon and I've pulled up a product called Garcinia Cambogia, which is actually on our do not sell list because it's so competitive. So hopefully no one's selling this exact same product. Now, as you can see in this listing, it has a good title, has a really good main image and other good images as well. So it's doing pretty well. However, let's go down and look at the product description. Now we scroll down here. You'll see that the product description is really pretty basic. All it has is a few paragraphs and some bullet points about the features of the product. So even though this product is doing really well, it could definitely use an upgrade on the product description. Now let's go over to a competitor and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here's another Garcinia product. Again, they have really good pictures on the front page. However, let's scroll down and look at their product description. So now what you'll notice is instead of it saying product description, it actually says from the manufacturer. That's your sign that this is an enhanced brand content page. And you'll see they have some great looking images on here, a picture of the product with some features that talk a little bit about it. They have some different sections that have little bullet points about the product as well. And then more images down below showing how they're making a difference in the world. What a great selling point that is for this product. And this is a great example of how to use enhanced brand content to really make your product detail page stick out from the rest. Now, in order to create your own enhanced brand content page once you're brand registered, let's go over to Seller Central. So here I am on my Seller Central account on the enhanced brand content detail pages. And you get here by going to advertising and then clicking on enhanced brand content. It'll bring you right here. You can see that we have several enhanced brand content pages already published, but in order to create your own, you simply enter the SKU of your product, hit get started, and it'll walk you through the entire process. Here's the page you'll be taken to in order to create your own EBC detail page. The first step would be to select from one of the templates that Amazon's offering you. There's actually 5 available right now, but by the time that you're seeing this, there may be more or less because Amazon's constantly adding and changing things on enhanced brand content. But you would select the template first. Then you would edit the content by adding in the images and the text that you want on your page. And then you would submit it for review and publication. And usually that process takes somewhere around 7 days or less. Now, another tool you get access to with Brand Registry are something called headline search ads. These are similar to the sponsored product ads that we already learned about in that you bid on keywords and then your products show up in the search results. However, there are some differences. First, and most importantly, you get the best real estate on all of Amazon, and that's at the very top of the search results. And you can also include a custom image or logo, plus a customized message in your ad. However, there is one requirement. you have to have at least 3 products in order to create an ad. So if you only have 1 or 2 products, headline search ads won't be available until you at least have 3 products in the same brand. Now let's head over to Amazon and see how a headline search ad shows up. So here I am on Amazon, and I'm going to use the same example of Garcinia Cambogia to do a search and see if anyone is running headline search ads. So Garcinia Cambogia, there it is. And as you can see here, there's someone running one right here. This is the Swedish Diet. That's the brand who's running this. I can tell it's a headline search ad because it has 3 different products shown in the ad. And if I were to click each one of these, it would take me to that specific product. And then over here, they've actually created a new image to put in the logo spot over here on the left. And if I clicked on the shop now, that would take me to the landing page that they've set up with these 3 products on there. So again, a headline search ad can take you to the specific product that they have listed up here, one of these 3, or to the landing page that they set up that includes all those. Let's click that and see where it takes us to. So here we go. This is a landing page. Actually, it has more than just 3 products. They have 258 results. This must be a large brand. But you can see they have definitely met their 3 minimum product criteria. And anytime someone clicks on the headline search ad, it'll take them to this page and they can see all of their products. Now, again, if we were to click on one of these individual ones, it would take us to that specific product. So I'm going to click on, let's see, the Swedish Diet Garcinia Cambogia right there. And as you can see, it takes me right to this product page. So this is an example of how you can set up a headline search ad once you are brand registered and once you have 3 products of your own. Let's quickly look over in Seller Central and I'll show you where you do that. So here I am on my Sponsored Products Campaigns dashboard, and I get here by going to Advertising and Campaign Manager, just like we do for setting up all of our sponsored product ads. However, what we want to also do then is click on Headline Search Ads in order to set up a headline search ad campaign. And then for this screen, it's just like setting up a sponsored ads campaign. We click on Create Campaign, and then you'd walk through all the steps that it's going to take you through. You would select the products that you want to advertise. You would upload an image that you want to use and a short little tagline for your ad. Then you would tell it what keywords you want your ad to show up for. And finally, you would then submit it for approval. And usually these get approved within 24 to 72 hours. Now, the next tool I want to talk about is something called a social media promotion. And it's a fairly new feature that allows you to create a promotion or a discount with a customized landing page that you send external traffic to. So instead of really a discount code to give to people, you give customers a link or a landing page. And the primary use of this would be to offer discounts on a product or specific products. It can be for more than one product. And you primarily want to use these via social media or maybe even via paid external traffic. Now, these are perfect if you're working with a social media influencer because you can give them a link that only they have that they can send their customers to. And another reason that they're perfect is because they have a really big benefit. When a customer uses this link and lands on it, a promotion code is automatically applied to their account. They no longer have to add it during checkout. So what they land on this page, as long as they add the product to their cart, they don't have to go in there and type in a discount code and hit apply. It's automatically applied, which is really, really cool. Now, there's another update to this. Even though this is under the brand registry section, Amazon recently removed that restriction. So you don't have to be brand registered to get access to this tool anymore. As long as you're a professional seller with positive feedback, you can also use the social media promotion tool. So here's how you set up your own social media promotion code. You go to the advertising menu, then select promotions, and then social media promo code. You pick the products that you want to provide a discount on, and it can be one or many products. You determine the discount amount, which has to be a percentage off. You determine the length of the promotion, and it can only be running for 30 days max. Then you create the promotion, and you get a customized landing link that goes live within 4 hours. Now let's go take a look at what one of those actually looks like. Here's one right here that when your customers actually go to, you'll see that specific promotion code, as soon as they land on this page, it automatically gets applied to their account. So if they were to click on add to cart for any one of these products, they'd automatically get that discount once they check out. It's a really, really cool feature. Now let's hop on over to Seller Central and I'll show you where you set these up. So here I am on my promotions menu inside of Seller Central. And to get here, you go to the advertising menu and select promotions. Now, the very first one you can create is the social media promo code. That's what they're calling this social promotion right now. If you don't see this yet, that means that you're not brand registered, so you don't have access to it. If you want to read more about this, you can click the See More link, and that'll expand a little bit more of a description. But to create your social promotion, you hit the Create button right there. Now, the first thing we need to do is tell Amazon which products we want this promotion to be applicable for. And you would either create a new product selection, which allows you to give Amazon a list of the ASINs that you want to include in this promotion. So if you've never done this before, that would be your first step. But I've already created one called My Best Sellers. So I have simply added my best-selling products to a list, a product selection list, and I can just select it now. Now, the next step is to provide a percentage off. Let's say that we're going to go with 20%. And then I go down here, and the next thing to do is select a start date and then an end date. And I'm going to make this a month out. Let's say that's going to end right on Christmas. Then you can give it any kind of internal code you want. This is just for your own purposes. So we'll call it the sample social promotion. Then you would scroll down. You leave everything else the same. Now, you can choose to make this whether it's one redemption per customer or not. If I'm only doing a 20% off, I don't mind if more than one customer is able to get this promotion. But if I made anything bigger than that, then I'd probably only want to limit it to one redemption per customer. Then they've already suggested a claim code here, but you can actually type in anything you want to if you want to make it differently. I like to leave it just the way it is for now. And then you'll click on Review. And you can quickly glance over everything, make sure that it's showing you exactly what you want. And once it looks good, you click on Submit. And then this promotion will be live within 4 hours. Now you'll notice that they're already giving me the link right here that is going to be my landing page. It's not active until the promotion is active. However, once the promotion is active, that will be the link that you can send traffic to, and it'll automatically apply the discounts just like I showed you in the previous example. Now, if you don't write this link down right away, you can always view the promotion and you'll be able to see the link in there as well. So if I scroll down just a little bit, there's the link that they're giving me. You can always go back here and get this. Now, right now, this is not a clickable link, but as soon as the promotion goes live, you'll notice that this link becomes clickable. And if you simply select it, it'll take you to your social promotion landing page. And that's all there is for setting up a social promotion. And now the last brand registry tool we'll talk about are Amazon stores. These allow you to build your own storefront, or basically your own website right on Amazon with your own brand URL. So think Amazon.com/ and then your brand name. You can give that out to people in advertising, on your social media, anywhere you want to, and it makes it really easy to find all your products right on Amazon. They can contain banners, images, and even video. And you can have multiple pages to showcase all your products or even your different lines of products. And Amazon makes it really simple to build these using their own templates that are basically drag and drop. You just pick what you want to go on them, type in a few things, and the pages are built for you. Let's go take a look at that right now. Now I'm on Amazon.com and I went to the store page for a brand called eTech City. And you can see how the URL is just simply Amazon.com/ and then their brand name right here. And on this page, they have their logo. They have several different menu items as well to take you to different pages. You can scroll down. You can see different images they have with different styles and different sizes. Go down here, it highlights other products. It gives you the price on certain products as well. It keeps going down and down. Other different blocks, these are called. These are building blocks to build your page. This company has a lot of products. So you can actually go down here and see all different kinds of stuff that they have. So for example, if we wanted to see an example of a sub page, let's click on measurement tools. And then this sub page of their store page is dedicated just to measurement tools. So this is a really good example of how a company with a lot of products can create a store page with several different pages below it. However, even if you only have just a few products, you can still create your own Amazon store as long as you're brand registered. Let me show you where you do that on Amazon Seller Central. So to manage and create your stores on Seller Central, you go to the storefront menu and click on Manage Stores. And from this screen, you'll be able to create your first Amazon store or edit and maintain any stores that you've already created. And you can have one store for each brand that you're brand registered for. Now, we're not going to walk through and go through the creation of a store because it's a pretty long and drawn out process, but it is very simple and straightforward. And Amazon does a great job of walking you through how to set up your store using their built-in templates. So now that you've heard about and seen the protections and cool features that come along with brand registry, you're probably asking yourself the following question. Should you apply for it? And here's our answer. If you're serious about building your brand and growing your business, you should definitely apply for brand registry. It'll make your business easier to grow, to protect, and to sell. And should you decide to sell, it'll help you get top dollar for it. So if you do decide to apply, the next question is, when do you start that process? Well, trademarks are a requirement and they take a bit of time to actually get approved, anywhere from 6 months to a year. So the sooner you apply for your trademark, the sooner you can then apply for brand registry. But we know that trademarks are expensive and you may not want to spend the time or money right now doing that if you're not quite sure about your business. So as a rule of thumb, once you're confident in the brand that you're building and you're making sales consistently each day, that's when we would suggest you begin the trademarking process so that you can get all the benefits of brand registry once that's approved. So now it's time to take action. First, get your product live and selling consistently each day. Then, once you have confidence in your brand, begin the trademarking process. And if you're looking for any services to help with that, be sure to check out the private resource vault. And then once your trademark is approved, apply for brand registry and start using all of its tools and features. And coming up, we're going to wrap up Module 7 and head straight into Module 8.